She opened the door and saw me bent over the toilet seat. And that was it, bro. Like, that broke me.
So usually when I hear the word eating disorder, I usually think of a girl. But when I saw this story submission from a guy that's going through bulimia, I thought, wow, I damn busted, right? Because this is something that can truly happen to anyone. And today I'm speaking to Ford. He's a guy that struggled with bulimia. He almost took over his life. And now he is well again and well enough to share his story with us. So I'm gonna call him. Hi Ford!
What's up, John? How are you?
Thank you for calling in.
No worries.
So tell me, how did this start? What happened?
So my eating disorder started back when I was in poly year one. I was overweight all my life, so eating has always been my thing. I never bothered about how I looked. So the weight, obviously skyrocketed. It didn't bother me until I started being called butch. I started being associated with an androgynous male, and I often had remarks from this particular girl in poly. It hit me hard. I weighed myself one day. I was like, holy shit, 85 kg, dude. And I'm not a tall guy. I'm only 175. I hated how I looked, and nothing I wore made me feel confident. Making sense of what I've heard and making sense of what I see in the mirror that turned into self-hate. During one of the term breaks, I just lost it and started working out, from eating a lot, becoming to not eating at all, practically one meal a day, and to working out twice a day. Became an obsession that was from an addiction of wanting to lose weight. The moment I started getting attention from people, I became obsessed with that process and wanted to lose more weight. Whatever I ate, whenever I ate, after a meal, I would excuse myself to the bathroom saying I had a tummy ache, but I would actually just try and puke all my food out. Before going to the toilet, I'll make sure that I am filled to the brim. So I make sure that I gorge copious amounts of water. I just have to go to the bathroom, bend over, and just stick 2 fingers in. Everything will come out. It was just absolute disgust about food. Like, I could eat copious amounts. I could eat like 4 or 5 portions at once. I was just like, hey guys, I'm gonna go to the bathroom for a while. And after puking, I can go back to the table. I can order some more food. I can just eat, continuously, and then I excuse myself again. So it became like a cycle.
At that point, do you think you recognized that behavior was a problem, or it's just you found a life hack?
I didn't see it as a problem. I saw it as maintenance. Yeah. So I found this crack in my diet. This crack that I could eat copious amounts, but yeah, I can still go and puke, and then I can still work out. Yeah.
So at which point do you realize that this is not healthy and you should change?
When I was even racing in ultra marathons, I never ever thought that it was unhealthy, because the optimal shape is obviously skinny, right? If you want to race. Number one, it did not affect my performance nor my health yet. It did not also occur to me that I was doing any harm to my body. What the turning point was in 2013. So, moms, they usually cook the food, and the food's pretty awesome, like, you know how it is. After eating, I excused myself to the bathroom. The moment I was puking, she opened the door and saw me bent over the toilet seat. And that was it, bro. Like, that broke me. Because she stood there, she didn't say a word. I saw like her eyes, like you could see the gaze shift already. It's like something died in her. That absolutely crushed me. From that point on, I was like, I'm done, man. Like, I'm going to stop puking lah.
So do y'all talk about it after that, like have a conversation on what's going on?
Me and my mom? No. It didn't really occur to her that I was going through something psychologically. It always occurred to her as if it was just me that's adopted this bad habit. It's only in recent years where, when I did talks in the school and I shared, and then it started to make sense to her that, her son was going through such a disorder. Then it finally dawned on her that, it does happen to guys.
Do you still think about it right now? Like when you eat a lot?
I don't think about it, but I still have insecurities about the way I look. Like right now, there are days where I really don't like the way my hair is combed. I don't like the way my face is structured. Like, no matter how much I'm working out, why am I not as cut as somebody else? I'm always going to have this kind of dialogue. So, like, I still have like scars on my hands because of the cut marks from my incisors and molars.
What's that? Sorry.
Your incisors, you have like sharper teeth, and then your molars.
Right.
And then the moment you start to dig food out, yes. Because you start to have a gag reflex, right? And then the gag reflex allows you to vomit. But then the moment you don't have the gag reflex, you would
dig harder.
More, yes, just to, vomit.
Did you ever confide in a friend?
In terms of confiding, I don't think I did. I'm pretty sure my friends knew that I was going through a disorder. Guys usually they don't really have like body image issues. That they won't outrightly say it out. A stigma is a stigma, a taboo is a taboo. They didn't really push me to go and seek medical help.
You never did lah, right? You never seek professional help.
Nah,
Just letting your mother down was big enough a slap to wake up.
yeah, I think the masses need to know that amongst all these people, there's bound to be that percentage of individuals that are going through this, but then they don't have anybody else to talk to. Besides just writing down your thoughts, besides just confiding in somebody, I think you just need to get it out of your system psychologically. Like somebody needs to know, and you need to be able to reach the kind of resource that you're not alone. Plus, what are you going to do about it?
Basically, go to somebody that truly cares about you lah.
Yeah.
Right? Because then they love you enough to be able to tell you what's wrong and to protect you.
Yeah, and as an individual, you need to be very something to know who exactly you can confide to and who exactly won't judge you for what you're going through.
Thank you very much for calling in and telling your story. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, man. Okay.
I would like to once again thank Ford for calling in and very bravely sharing his story with us. Eating disorders for men can very easily go unnoticed because we can always attribute it to high metabolism or that he's been going to the gym. So if you ever notice that your friend has a drastic change, then let me urge you to please check in on your friends. And then if you have an interesting story to share, I urge you to fill up that form in the comment section below, and then hopefully we'll have a chat soon. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Goodbye.